So, we'll start it off. Pit number 1 here. We're in an upland. Your slope, 2.25 feet over 75 feet, comes out to 3%. Moist color very A. We're dark. So 10YR21 if you have your Munsell chart. There's no E horizon. We're moderately thick. We only have about 9-10 inches here.
Hey guys! No talking!
Alright. We're a medium texture. It's a loam texture. So have a little about an equal amount of sand silt clay within there. It's kind of a little more on the heavier clayier side, but it's still within the medium category. There is a B horizon present. Your moist color in your top 10 inches is uniform brown. Once you get down a little bit further, we do have some models, some redoxamorphic features down below here. Alright, so your texture of your B horizon was a clay loam, so that's a moderately fine texture. Add enough clay down in the subsoil to push it further. Your soil depth over 40 inches. Parent material or glacial drift. You can tell, especially with this huge rock right here. Any of these rocks, they're just dumped here by the glaciers. Native vegetation, we're prairie. Your surface drainage is medium. Internal drainage, we're well drained. If it's your category, I would probably call it something else, but that's my rules. Erosion class, we're uneroded or slightly eroded. No calcareous surface, no calcareous B horizon. We're not stony or rocky. Any questions about the soil?
Patrick, actually, if you question like textures and stuff, Patrick ribbons it just like you do, so that he's getting the same feel and seeing the same thing that you would see, so he can compare it to what we judge in the book. So he's not just doing a mechanical analysis; he's actually feeling soil and texturing it out. So
yeah, I don't know the last time I actually did an analysis through the lab on doing textures. I just let somebody else do that. All right, so if no questions about the pit, make sure this is the one. Go to the backside. Land capability class, since we're on the slope, this is some limitation, class 2 land, and the subclass is E for erosion. Productivity potential is still high because we're under 5% slope. Surface drainage, not necessary. Subsurface drainage, no. I know we're pumping a lot of water through here, but for your rules purposes, no subsurface drainage. Not a grass waterway. Yes for contouring, sorry. Yes for strip cropping, yes for terracing, and yes for conservation tillage. So we go over to the non-ag uses. Your house with a basement, bedrock's not limiting. Evidence of water table is limiting. We do have a water table within the upper 40 inches. It starts right around 31 inches. You start seeing those features. Flooding, no, that's not a limitation here. Shrink swell, yes, because we have a moderately fine subsoil. It has shrink swell. Limitations for septic tank, same as before. Bedrock is not limiting. Flooding, not limiting. Evidence of water table is limiting. And then your source of topsoil. Texture group, not suitable, because we have some clay here, or the moderately fine texture. Thickness of your A, not suitable. We don't have 14 inches or more. Evidence water table is suitable. You don't have a water table in the top 12 inches. Any questions about the limitations? Alright, seeing none, we'll go to pit 2. Welcome to pit 2. Once again, we're upland. We're still on the slope. We're not down where it's a marsh because you wouldn't be able to see anything. Our slope, we're about an 8% slope here. So that'd be moderately sloping. Your moist color of your topsoil is still dark. Not much left, but it's still dark. No E horizon. And we're moderately thin. We have about 5 to 6 inches of topsoil. Your texture, same as before, it's a loam texture, a medium texture. B horizon, present, yes. Although that's another one where I accidentally marked no. Hopefully you fix that on the Scantron. I just noticed that one didn't get fixed. Moist color of B Horizon. We are uniform brown with models. You do have a few coming up in that top 10 inches of your B Horizon. They start right about 13, 14 inches. Texture of the B Horizon, medium again. It's clay loam. Soil depth, deep, more than 40 inches. Parent material, glacial drift, once again. Native vegetation, prairie. Your surface drainage is still medium. Internal drainage, we're well drained. Actually, we don't consider moderately well drained on your scorecard, but that's where you have brown with redox features. That would fit into the moderately well drained category. Erosion class, we're moderately eroded. We still have 3 to 7 inches of topsoil. Calcareous surface, no. Calcareous B Horizon, no. Sterny or rocky, no. This one's actually got a little bit of a C horizon exposed, and that does have a little bit of calcareous effect. So you will see the physics. Alright, over to the backside. So your land capability class is class 3, severe limitation because of erosion. E. Productivity potential, medium, because of our slope. Surface drainage, no. Subsurface drainage, no, because that's the somewhat poor or worse drainage. Grass waterway, no. Contouring, yes. Strip cropping, yes. Terracing, yes. And conservation tillage, yes. So limitations for basement, bedrocks, no. Evidence of water table, yes. Once again, we do have some features showing a water table. Flooding is no. Shrink swell, yes. Your septic tank absorption field, bedrock is not limiting. Flooding is not limiting. And water table, yes, is limiting. And your source of topsoil, texture group, not suitable. Thickness, very not suitable. Evidence of water table, not suitable as well because we got a water table that high up in our soil. Any questions about that?
How deep was this soil on the top before the farming started?
It probably was 1.5 to 2 foot at one time. I mean, we even have some erosion up on top. This should look like that, but you have intense tillage and rain events. It's all down there. If you actually look at the pit that we did go to, you have about 20 inches of overwash or colluvium because that's where all the topsoil lay. Alright, so our landscape position here, we're an intermittent drainage way. Obviously the flag star on this side, in a concave shape, over to that side. Our slope, we have it about 6% slope, so moderately sloping. Your moist color is dark, E horizon not present. Your thickness is thick, more than 12 inches. Your A horizon starts right down here because we have overwash, but that will be related. Texture of your A was about a clay loam. We have a little more clay in this, so it's moderately fine. B horizon is present. Moist color of the B horizon is uniform gray. I didn't see any type of redox features down in there. Now if you get down a little bit below, you'll actually see some, but that's in the sand. That's the C horizon down there. Your texture of your B horizon is clay loam, moderately fine once again. Soil's more than 40 inches deep. Parent material here is glacial drift. We don't have 24 inches or more to call it colluvium, so it's still considered glacial. A native vegetation is prairie. Surface drainage, medium, because we're 6% slope. Internal drainage, we're very poorly drained. We don't have any type redox features to make it poorly. So if it just dominantly gray or worse, then it's very poorly drained. Erosion class, we have about 13 inches of overwash. Anything from 7 to 24 inches is overwash. Calcareous surface, no. Calcareous B, no. And it's not stony or rocky either. Texture is moderately fine. Any other questions about this hole? Alright, then we'll move to the back side. Alright, so your land capability class is 3, severe. And it's because of erosion. You address erosion first, then wetness, then soil. So this one, if it was a lesser sloping, then it would have been because of wetness. Your productivity potential is medium. Surface drainage, no. Subsurface drainage, yes, because it's very poorly drained. Grass waterway, yes. Contouring, yes. Strip cropping is really no, because this is really a grass waterway. Again, strip cropping through. Terracing, yes. Conservation tillage, yes. Bedrock for your basement. Bedrock is no. Evidence of water table, yes. Obviously, water table's within 40 inches. Flooding, no. Shrink swell, yes, limiting. For your septic tank, bedrock, no. Flooding, no. Evidence of water table, yes. In your soil topsoil, your texture group, not suitable. It's too much clay. Thickness of your A horizon is suitable, and your evidence of water table is suitable. We don't really notice many features until we're down here. We don't have any type of wetness showing up in our topsoil. Any questions about this hole? Got everybody? Yeah. Alright. We're wrapping up here. Since I yanked my pallets, I won't climb in there too far unless you have big questions. Your landscape position on land once again. Your slope, we're about 1% slope, so you're nearly level. Moist color is dark, 10-wire 2-1. No E horizon present. Thickness of your A horizon is around 14 inches. Just over 14 inches really. So it's thick. Your texture of your A horizon is medium, loam. B horizon is present, yes. Your moist color of the B horizon, for those top 10 inches, it's uniform dark, or uniform brown. Your texture is moderately fine. It's a clay loam once again. Your soil depth is deep, more than 40 inches. Parent material, glacial once again. Native vegetation is prairie. Surface drainage, we're slow because we're 0 to 2% slope. Internal drainage is well drained, in that top 10 inches with your B horizon. Your erosion class, uneroded, slightly eroded. Calcareous surface, no. Calcareous B, no. And it's not stony or rocky. Any questions with the soil on this hole? Alright, we'll move over to the interpretations. Your land capability class is class 1. You don't have any kind of limitations here. So your land capability subclass is none. Productivity potential is high. Surface drainage, according to your rule book, anything in the 0 to 2%, you should surface drain. So we marked yes for that. In reality, what are you trying to surface drain when you're on the top of the hill? Usually you only want to surface drain if you're in some type of closed depression. But for this purpose, we marked yes. Subsurface drainage, no, because you're a well-drained soil. Grass waterway, no. Contouring, no. Strip cropping, no. Terracing, no. All because you're on a 0 to 2% slope. Conservation tillage is yes. Alright, so with your house with a basement, bedrock, no, it's not limiting. Evidence of water table, yes. You do have a water table at about 34 inches here. probably getting close to that as we go on through the day. Flooding is no. Shrink swell, yes, because we have moderately fine subsoil. Bedrock for your septic tank absorption fields is no. Flooding is no. Evidence of water table, yes. And your source of topsoil. Your texture group is not suitable because you have moderate fine. Thickness of a horizon, yes, it is suitable because we have just over 14 inches. Evidence of water table is suitable because we don't have the water table up high. Any questions about this hole?